They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, so I would be a fool to leave my eyes exposed. In the dark I glow, I got neo soul, so with my eyes closed I can see a lot when it's told. I've been exposed, the stories of rose made with pure gold, pearly white gates with the diamond handles. Trying to hustle hard so my family can go down Wall Street without them folks calling us broke. I've been rich before, bro, but not in this lifetime. These kids got swag, but it's not quite like mine. Walked in the crib, my girl watching that Lifetime. She hit me with a question, now I'm dialing my lifeline. My life is like a show that hasn't made it to prime time. I'ma skip that prime time and chill in the limelight. A 9mm don't shoot like a 4.5. Mathematic flow, boy, I'm spitting that Einstein. Dog, I swear I must have killed that pussy like 9 times. Now she spoiled and she wanna dine some fine wine. We ain't jewelry shopping, but you just picked a fine time. Peace, I gotta go, I drop you off at the bus line. I used to kick dirt, now when I travel I touchdown. Who's gonna make you eat dirt for talking about us? Nah, used to be a boy, I'm on my grown man-ish. And if your life sucks, I'm trying to get to know that bitch. If he's cool, then baby, I'm cold as shit. Matter of fact, I don't know nobody cold as this. I'm built for this ish, they trying to study my blueprints. I'm so Swayze, like I studied the blueprint.
Money coming in, so we up now. When I was broke, they wouldn't touch down. Started from the bottom of the bed, man. Had to get it back with no vision.
We was lights out, trying to find a way out. Damn, look where I'm at now. I used to be on rocky grounds, but it's solid now. Homies I used to call friends, they ain't solid now. Situations change, I got problems now. Never worry about the haters, focus on the win. When I was down and out, they weren't focused in. Get a little bread, they all focused in. I chose to look at life through a different lens. And my lady stayed down for it all. Take flight, touchdown, we don't round trip at all. We stay, fuck up the towns and the mall. It's her day for being down for the cause.
If you ask me, let me clear my throat. If you ask me, I'm ready.
I'm up ready.
Mellow ready. The whole Xbox community is ready for this damn
goddamn deal to be.
You got people on Twitter that is nervous. They are pacing. They don't know what to do. They don't know. Look, man, y'all just gotta chill out, man. What's good, y'all? I know it's been a minute, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. But
that's how you do it. Oh,
I got opportunity today. I got some free time today to get up, connect with the guys and chill and have a conversation with y'all about this Microsoft FTC shit that's going on right now, as well as everything gaming. There's some nice stuff that came out. You got the Final Fantasy 16 sales and some stuff going on with that. You got this. You got this this chart that came out that said Xbox gamers aren't the broke gamers you think we are. So we're gonna talk about that and some other things, whatever else. I don't know. This is not a coordinated show or anything like that. I don't even have a list of information to talk about. So we're just gonna let it. We're just gonna rock.
We freestyle. We're gonna give you about an hour and a half tops. You know what I'm saying? Just to get our faces out here and let y'all know State of Gaming is still up.
We still here. We still. I've just been dealing with some stuff outside of gaming in terms of family stuff, and I had to prioritize that. You know, Noah and Mello been kicking my back. I'm back like, in the DM, like, what's going on?
Go back to the Stone Age. We done work too goddamn hard, Post.
Said we done work too hard. We done came too far for us to stop now. So, but thank you all for being patient. Thank you all for the continuous love and support, not only through YouTube but on Twitter and stuff as y'all reach out to us. Even in the Discord, I see the Discord is getting busy. I'm gonna need to drop the link to the Discord as well. So for those that's not added to the Discord, y'all can pop in the Discord. We do conversate there and stuff like that. But we got a lot to talk about. North should be showing up as well, but we got to do our due diligence and shout you guys out and give you all y'all respect. See what's up. I hope everything is going good with you all. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July with your family and friends and got the opportunity to eat some really good food and see some really great fireworks. So yeah, we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna shout you guys out, and then we just gonna cook. We just gonna let this show flow. Then also I might just drop the link again, share the link, so you guys can come up and join the show and kind of give us your perspective, right? Because we're at the tail end of this Microsoft Activision thing. So I would love for y'all to come up and tell us which way you think the decision gonna go. Are you antsy about the decision? What's going on? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna cook today. We're gonna have a feast. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cook. So let's check the chat. Let's see who pulled up and support the show. It's my day ones in the chat. Let me see. It's our day ones in the chat, Mello. Let's see who pulled up. Let's see who pulled up. Oh, we're starting off with an A1 day one. We're going to have to get some A1 day one badges. You know what? I am putting Mello on blast right now to make some State of Gaming A1 day one badges, right? And we will be giving those badges out to the people that consistently show up to the show on a frequent basis. King Reaper here, 74G be here before everybody. Before the stream even live, he in the comment, what up?
I fuck with King Reaper.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out
to King Reaper. He come through on my little, my Twitch channel and support, man. You're a real one.
So I'm a task Mello with the job of making some fire State of Gaming A1 day one badges. Okay. And as we go, and people, we see people that's consistently showing up and consistently supporting, y'all gonna get that badge. And Mello be cooking with the designs and stuff, so he gonna come up with some shit, and we might put the badge on a shirt and send it to you. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yo, let's talk about it, okay? Don Sicario, what's good? Paulie Baba, what's good? He was in the chat too. Let me see here. Jax82, always showing up too. Yeah, what's good? Mo B, what's up? Second coming. It's Jova boys. Joel boys. I don't know where y'all get that shit from. Y'all gotta tell me where y'all get that Joe Ever from. Mac City, one of the baddest bots in the land. What's good, Mac City? Bria, another A1 day one. That's always Dark Lord Fusion. What's good? We do got our day ones in the chat. Dark Kermit, yes, sir. Another one. Who is this? Squigglies 420. You was high as hell when you made that name. Let me tell you something. But I ain't mad at you. Buck. What's good, Buck? We got Mozan Smeek. What's good, Mozan Smeek? Let me see here. We got Brown Boys. What's good? My brother Web Dave is in the chat. Web Dave, we're gonna link up next weekend. Sorry about that, just been busy, but we definitely gonna link up. I'm gonna link up with you next weekend, brother. Booty Hunting Click. The booty. Wait, hold on.
Why you emphasize the booty?
Hold on, because y'all gotta bear with me. Y'all know every time I go through these shout outs, it's always one new name in the chat. You feel me? The last time it was the Pimpalicious dude. He had a real pimp name, like he was from the west side of Chicago. And today on the show, we got the new Booty Hunting Click.
Booty.
Y'all be killing me with these names. Oh man. One Punch Jedi was good. G-Wave was good. We got Black Lightning 100. What's good, Black Lightning? Always see you here as well. Stinger 77. What's good? David VGS. Always see David here. Yes, sir.
Good,
Child of God Gaming. Yes, them day ones is pulling up. Phase 114 was good. We got the Tribal Rampage. What's good? Witness the Truth was good. Another one. Let me see. Love of God. Let me tell y'all something about Love of God. A Love of God. Always on Twitter in my comment section. Talk about posts when y'all going live. It's like, I love a guy. He be on me. He or she be on me all the time, asking me when we going live. Cutthroat 21, what's good? Mr. 2, what's up? John RPG, and again, shout out to all the new names that we see in the chat, because man, it's consistently every show we see new names, so we welcome y'all. Definitely. Mello did drop the Discord link. Please click the link, join the Discord. We're trying to get it active. We're trying to generate some activity in there, some conversation. You know, and it's the Xbox land, you know, the Xbox Discord. So we get in there, talk everything, thing Xbox, you know. Sour Blow. Y'all gotta stop. AT, yo, hold on. Let me
Sour Blow.
Shout out to Sean Hayes. What's good? We got Sapphirus Dragon. The Dream was good. James Thomas, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Then we got Texas. Another one that be on Twitter. What's good, Texas? Another A1 Day One. Who else we got? We got MC, another A1 Day One. Max City, another A1 Day One. My brother Higher Life. What's good? 2K24 crossplay. You coming out? You know we coming. Hey, Higher Life, man. What's good, brother? You know we coming outside. Ain't no excuses now. Oh, yeah. And you can play where you want to play. You feel me? And now you don't have to use that bogus ass PlayStation controller. You can get it on the Xbox now. You feel me? You know, hey, High Life, we got to see if they gonna come outside. Because you remember we ran them 10 games in a row. Them blowouts. What we blow them out by what, 50?
Oh.
Am I lying, Mello?
No, you ain't lying.
We ran 10 in a row in 2K.
Now we ran them out the building. They want to blow
all that ducking is over with.
We ran 10 games in a row.
That's all
One
I
game
know.
we blew them out by 50, and they ain't never played 2K again.
I'm just saying, y'all better take a look, man. If y'all see them cats offline, you know who running, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
They
see
ain't
them
never,
offline,
and we got the receipts. We got the receipts.
But that's the first time I ever experienced a digital stalker. Shout out to the boy Parker. We used to catch Parker hiding in the trees in the game, watching people play, bro.
With a purple outfit on, with a purple jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Parker might dress like that in real life. Let me tell you
I'm 100% sure he dressed like that.
Ain't no way you pulling up in the park with those type of outfits and thinking you fly. My bro, no, you know, bro used to pull up
the Smokey Robinson
jumpsuit
got
on the all orange outfit, bro.
All suede,
all orange,
hiding though. This dude literally hiding in the trees, bro. Like
with suede. He had on suede.
Like, we see you, Parker. We see you. Oh,
with the velvet straps on the shoes.
Shout out to my brother Dirt Griggity. We Bleed Green is in the building. What's good, Dirt? We got our resident Sony pony, J-Dub. You know, Kratos. Hey, Kratos been hiding for the last couple of days and weeks.
That boy nervous.
You know what I'm saying? He nervous. You know. It's gonna be okay, Kratos. It's gonna be okay.
No, it ain't. I'm kicking your back in.
We definitely doing that.
I'm stomping 2 toes down on your back.
If I see deny the Xbox community, let it fly. Start jumping bombs, bullets, throwing football, anything in your hand. throw it at the pony.
Everybody can get it.
Shout out to Lily, Lil V 1008. Great Falcon was good. Another good brother, another good Xbox brother, and very informative about the Microsoft and Activision situation. He do great Reddit posts. If I'm not mistaken, that's Great Falcon from Twitter, who do great Reddit posts and summaries about the Activision and Microsoft shit. So shout out to you, Great Falcon. Let me see here who we got here. We got John Wolf. What's good, John Wolf? What's going on? Judge Corley on the AOL. Hey, we all waiting patiently, brother. Sheba Army Brett was good. And then who else we got? Let me see here. HB was good. HB, you ain't getting me no more. I didn't got your nickname done. You ain't getting me say that full name no more. And then we got Donald J. Trump 69. Oh, you.
Oh snap.
Oh wow. No, she hasn't came out with the decision yet. Buck with the $5. Corley asks, would we be here if Microsoft had their own COD, because Kotick built ABK from nothing. Cody brought COD, Blizzard, King, Guitar Hero, and Hawk. Shake my head. Well, Activision already exists. I think if I'm not mistaken, Activision was a branch of Atari at some point. I could be wrong, but I think so. Bobby Cody brought the company when you could say from nothing, when it wasn't really.
Yeah, they ain't having really much.
They ain't had really much. You're pretty right. The only thing I didn't like, they asked, was Call of Duty ever exclusive to a system? And he said no, that's actually wrong, because when COD first came out, it was exclusive to the Xbox. It wasn't even on PlayStation, and I think that was the 360, if I'm not mistaken. COD first made its debut on the 360, and it was exclusive to the 360. It wasn't even on PlayStation.
I mean, so it's coming home.
Yeah,
all it's doing is coming home. That's it.
So it made it start on it, and that's where it got popular too. I wouldn't say its popularity skyrocketed, but it was very popular back then too when it made its debut on the 360. So we're gonna talk about it. Jay Watt was good. Let me see here. Let's see here. Double Knuckle. We got Jay Vargas. We got Joshua Fisher. Then we got my brother Play Maddox. Facts. Tell them to get good in that 2K, because we ran them out the gym. They ain't seen the gym since. You feel me? ODG was good. PK Thunder was good. Let's see here.
Whoa.
Let me go. Make sure we got everybody. Okay, we didn't got everybody. So let me clear my throat before we get started. I just want to, apologize. We've been gone for a minute, but we are back. So we want to thank everybody that's showing up and supporting right now. We appreciate y'all. We are at the gates right now. And we waiting to see what Judge Corley is going to do. Is she going to open the gates and let us bum rush?
Let the birds wins.
Is she going to sound the alarm and say,
I'm going to let the sirens loose?
The purge has commenced. It has begun. Because we scooping every pony in the barn. I'm telling you. But no. Look, whether it happens or not, I just want to say she did a fantastic job in terms of her understanding of the industry. The questions she asked both Microsoft and the FTC, gave not just the impression. You knew by the questions she asked that she had a grip on the whole entire case, her understanding of the industry, and then her ability not to be deceived by either Microsoft nor the FTC. And you have to respect that. So whether she grants the PI or whether she denies it, she did a magnificent job. Now, if she denies it, we know the merits and the basis of what she's denying on the false information, the false numbers, and things like that the FTC brought up. But if she grants it, it will be very interesting to see her perspective and her angle on why she granted it, given what we heard from the case. Okay, so before we get to all that, there's some other stuff we want to talk about, and we just for the, I'm just for to come out the woodworks, because in the Xbox community, they try to tell us we broke, right?
Welfare gaming at its finest.
They try to tell us that we are Dollar General gaming, we are welfare gaming. They say you need to get a job. You can't afford $70 games, right? That's what they try to tell us, right?
The lies they tell. The lies.
And I just want to put this on the screen, okay? It says here, Mellow Noah into the chat. Oh, it's gonna be a great show. We are about to cook. In terms of household income, the new Xbox attracts a significantly higher percentage of top tier earners. Let me read that again.
They know where the savings at.
We got some rich. We got some people that got bags in our community. Oh, they got that bag. In terms of household income, the new Xbox attracts a significantly higher percentage of top tier earners, with 45% of those thinking of buying the console earning over $100,000 per annum. Per 100,000 per what? Compared to 36% of likely PS5 buyers. Annual household income among those who are very or somewhat likely to purchase Xbox
class.
PlayStation 5 for. Okay, I just want to say to the chat, the Xbox community is not broke.
Absolutely not.
They are not broke. They're more conscious, more conscientious in terms of how they spend their money. They value saving. They value deals, right? And when you do that, you can have $100,000 per year. How y'all feeling right now, Mellow? And we got 100K players in our community. What's going on, player? What's going on?
Oh, go ahead. No.
Hey, right. It's the truth though, bro. Like, see, Xbox gamers have responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? This why we don't hit the streets vouching for $70 games, because we got responsibilities.
Yeah, you feel me?
The more money you make, your lifestyle change. You get faster cars. Your house grows.
Vroom, vroom.
Your yard gets bigger.
You gotta get a bigger lawnmower. You went from pushing it to driving it.
You
go ahead, talk, player.
You gotta put gas in that thing. Because you gotta drive back and forth to work. So you gotta put gas in that thing numerous times a week. The expenses go up because your income goes up.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know you ain't got. I know your money not coming in like that when you out there. Yeah, charge me, Sony. Make me spend $70 for your game. No, sir, I make too much money. My lifestyle has changed. I'm out here in the suburbs. I need that Game Pass. I need it.
And you know what's Mello? What you say on this? What you got to say about this?
Hey, man,
because they've been telling us for years that we broke. We're Dollar General gamers. We don't got no money. We don't got no jobs.
We ain't got no jobs. People just homeless. The mighty have fallen, man. That's all I have to say in this case. The mighty have fallen. I have never seen a community get mad at savings than looking at the ponies.
Yo, that's incredible.
These
they get mad at you because you're saving money, that you're getting the deal.
We gonna save $15. No, I want to pay the full price.
Bro, say stop saving.
I'm gonna support the developers.
You're saving too much right now, and it's not a good thing.
My pocket's too full for my goddamn liking. Take my money. That's what they told me. That's what they telling me, man.
Oh man,
I got too much extra money in my pocket. Just take it. Take the money. They love being pimped. I'm sorry. It's just funny to me.
And you know what's so ignorant about this whole situation is that the publishers pay the developers during the process of making the games. The developers are getting paid.
Already getting paid.
The developers don't
better. One better post Game Pass, give them a bag just to put that game into the service.
Yeah, not only just give them
off the rip. So you not only got one tier, you can go pay the full price. You can, get it on Xbox and probably get like 10% off on it on digital, or you can go Game Pass, play it, have fun with it, and then when it leaves, you can go buy it again when it goes on savings.
Yeah, and Phil Spencer spoke about that. You got upfront incentives, you got back end incentives. Depending on how successful the games is, you can get bonuses and stuff. They do a lot with the devs, and it also consists of helping with development costs and stuff like that. My thing is, they say support the developers. Well, what are you doing is when the developers is creating a game, they're not creating that game for free. They're not waiting to create that game and then after that, wait for the game to sell and then see how much it's going to sell to say, Microsoft, you can pay. No, Microsoft and Sony pay the developers during the process of the game. That comes from Microsoft pocket. So when you pay those $70, that's Microsoft or the publisher recouping what their investment that they just spent into those developers. That's the recoup. And then you want to sell beyond that recoup because after you recoup everything, that's when the profit comes in. Now, it's bonuses and things like that. If game developers hit certain numbers and things like that,
you got incentives.
Incentives with profit margins. How much
most of that money go to the dudes at the top though. Like the publishers get the biggest cut.
Yeah, they're gonna get theirs first because they got to recoup, and then whatever's left after profit, and then that determines what's in the contract. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this.
Most of them don't want to. They want to deny it though, but with Microsoft doing so good, they actually forming unions.
Yeah.
In-game unions for the developers and the creators. So, go ahead.
But you do in terms of the support of if the game does well, is more likely that game will get a sequel or more investment into it if it sells well and it does financially well. Right. It's more likely for Microsoft or Sony to say, okay, this did numbers. We not only recoup what we got, we made a profit off of it. I think I see this becoming a franchise or this game's having legs. Let's start working on the sequel. We're ready to invest more to see what else we can do beyond the financial marks we just hit. So that's normal. But it's multiple ways in this day and age, and Microsoft didn't change the game with Game Pass to support developers. If you are a part of Game Pass, you are a part of an ecosystem that support developers.
Facts.
Your $15 a month from the 25 million, whatever, how many millions that shit make a month or billions it make in a year, a lot of that investment goes back into Game Pass, into doing deals with third party and second party and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I would say we're supporting the developers more than the $70 gamers.
Facts.
Right? Because there's more access to content within the service that we can get access to in that service. And we're starting to play games that we wouldn't have played or purchased if it wasn't in the service.
All I'm gonna say is I know some PlayStation gamers that support the devs, pay $70 for games, and never take the game out the case. Still got the plastic wrap on it.
Damn. Them collectors, them ain't gamers. Those are collectors, brother. Them a Pokemon.
Wait, are you talking about somebody specifically, brother?
Yeah, but y'all wouldn't know this person. It's I'd be in the Discord, but it's just
I swear, Discord.
some
Who,
people
Parker?
in Discord. Well, I mean, Parker is part of that class, yeah.
Man.
I want to talk specifically about Parker. I give you this though. Parker played a game.
J-Dub's a collector. He don't play no damn.
He just
game.
don't get past the tutorial. J-Dub's be on Xbox more than PlayStation, but I digress. Look,
you're calling Kratos a collector and not a game?
Yeah, he been a collector. I've been calling him a Pokemon collector. Yeah. J-Dub been a Pokemon collector.
Hey, Mello.
What's up, bro?
Is that new mic you on?
Oh yeah, absolutely, boy. Fuego.
You sound
Do you hear me?
Chris.
Yeah, you in.
Hey.
My girl said, she heard me said, you know what? We're gonna have to do that podcast we was talking about. I said, word?
She heard the mic.
She heard the mic, boy. She said, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna have to sell this. I said,
shout out to
right,
the chat. Shout out to everybody that support the show financially in some way or a member of the channel and stuff like that. You guys are helping us upgrade equipment and getting better equipment and stuff like that. And we're going to continue to do so as we continue to build this channel. So now you guys no longer have to worry about Mello
on the government phone on the Obama.
Noah and Mello had the Obama phones.
Obama
podcast. You hear me now?
They had the Obama ones on.
So the next thing I want to talk about, and I'm on the fly with this as I'm looking for information, because there's so much that's came out. I do want to talk about this, and I don't know if you all seen this, right? Let me see here. We have Clockwork Revolution director says it combines Arcanum and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline. That's two of the games they're combining. What they say in Clockwork Revolution is going to kind of represent. I kind of did a little digging on Arcanum. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a very popular game, and it was one of the best in its genre at its time from people that I know that had knowledge and understanding of the game. They said it was incredible for its time. I've never played it. I've never heard of it. Right. And so he goes on to say, in Exiles, Chad Moore promises a deep world building, compelling narrative, crunchy RPG system, engaging gameplay, and massive reactivity. What does he mean by reactivity?
What he mean by crunchy?
Crunchy RPG system.
I say crunchy. What do you do? Hershey Kiss or something? What are we talking about? Crunchy. What's crunchy about games?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. What is a crunchy RPG? Can somebody in a chat
please
tell me what is a crunchy RPG system? Educate me. You feel? Educate us.
I heard cutting edge. I heard, one of a kind, unique. This man said crunchy. Was he hungry when he wrote this? Like, I don't know.
So we know massive reactivity. So the quality or state of being reactive. You could be emotional reactivity, chemical reactivity. So I guess I don't know. I guess it's going to be some things in the game that's going to make you react in certain ways. A lot of things that's going to. But what type of that's what I'm trying to see in terms of massive reactivity. Is it going to be emotional in terms of the story or the things that we see? And I don't know. I'm trying to see. That's it's pretty much kind of a broad statement to
right.
I don't know. Let's see what the chat has to say. What y'all got for us, chat? Modern day sheep follow those. Oh, they in there. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, PK says it's going to be M-rated. Mad work, heavy grinding game. Oh, okay. Phase 114. Crunch in building your character in game, lots of grinding. Okay. So what he's saying about the crunchy RPG system is in terms of maybe world building and character building, in terms of certain stats and abilities and things you're gonna have to really grind for. You have to really work hard for. That's what he's basically trying to say, right?
Okay.
Crunchy is fast gameplay. Okay. Okay.
So it's
All
gonna be a
right.
grind fest. Well, I just couldn't say that. You ain't have to say crunchy. Got me hungry and shit.
I'm just and another thing I wanted the chat are we looking forward to this game? Noah and Mello, are y'all looking forward to this game?
Oh yeah, yeah.
In Exile, they got
this definitely hit the list when I saw it. Yeah.
in Exile and Obsidian. It used to be I think one developer at some point, right? They was the one that made Fallout. What's the famous Fallout? Fallout Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas. In Exile,
that was Obsidian.
yeah,
but
and in Exile too.
And
There was at once, yeah. There was one studio at. They all come from the same team. Obsidian and Exile come from that.
When they
that
part of
Fallout New
Bethesda at
Vegas
one
team.
point too. Like I mean, didn't Obsidian come from? Didn't the Obsidian team start as a Bethesda team that broke off?
I don't know.
Or am I incorrect in that?
I don't know about. I know they had. I forgot what studio they was under when they did Fallout New Vegas, but they are part of that branch in terms of the core teams that created that Fallout New Vegas, from my understanding. And all I know, yeah, they OGs. And if from what we seen from in Exile last game, what's the one with the top down gameplay? What's it called? I can't even think.
Hold on, top down gameplay. Which one? You
talking about
Wastelanders?
The Wastelanders.
Oh
yeah.
wait, oh.
That got extremely incredible.
That game was fire.
Yeah, it got extremely incredible reviews on that game. And then everybody I know who played it and beat it said it was
hold
incredible.
on. They made that game?
Yeah, and Exile made the Wasteland.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good then. Yeah, those motherfuckers did their thing. I played 2 and 3 of Wasteland. Fire.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Nate Dogg. Thank you, Nate Dogg. I was so stuck. Hold on, let me see this. Let me get here. Nate Dogg says in Exile, and Obsidian came from Interplay. That's the studio.
Oh, Interplay. Okay.
Obsidian created it. In Exile did not work on New Vegas. Okay, thank you, Nate Dowd. Thank you for the see. That's why I love the chat, because we're here to educate and learn from each other. Outer Worlds is amazing. Yeah, I heard that Outer Worlds is amazing as well, which got incredible reviews too. So I the thing that got me with this In Exile game, I was of the assumption that it was going to be just like the Wasteland, that top-down approach that they've been doing for a while. When I seen this trailer, and it was, pretty much first person from what we've seen so far, I was shocked, because I thought they was going to stick to that formula that they stuck to with the Wasteland, with that top-down approach. And there you go. Never assume. Never put a developer in a box and assume that they're gonna, stay in that box. So and they definitely, and I think a lot of people were surprised by that, because I think a lot of people assumed that they was gonna do what they did with the Wasteland, which is a CRPG, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Max City, they did. We Avowed. I think Avowed going to be incredible. I think, it's the same thing they did with the Outer Worlds, right? They judged the Outer Worlds based off the graphics, which I don't understand with the gaming community, but that's often is. Often if a game get announced, and if it doesn't look graphically impressive, then the perception of that is that it's trash.
Low budget
or
CGI.
Exactly. Yeah. They did the same thing. It looked
too good at CGI.
Yeah, and see, they did the same thing with Outer Worlds, right? And then Outer Worlds come out, and then the reviews don't reflect the initial perception of it looking like trash, because when the reviews came out, it did. Wasn't it nominated for Game of the Year?
I don't want to lie to you. It could have been.
I think it was nominated for something. I think at one point, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. The chat can correct me again. But I think Avowed, we found out that what we seen of Avowed so far wasn't even alpha. So they got more than enough time between now and to it launch to polish it. I think next time we see it, it might look like a whole different game. I'm just glad we got to see what it's going to be in terms of the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why is this not?
Our cup overflow if you're on Xbox, but we getting surprise games that we didn't expect. Remember, I was telling you that's what I wanted to see at the show. I wanted to see stuff that wasn't rumored that we didn't know was going to be there, and they did that.
Yeah, they definitely did that, and I think you go into that, and Microsoft is cooking right now, and we're in a great position. What?
Hey, yo, Post. I got Mello, I got a confession, bro.
What you did?
I've been on this Redfall, but this Redfall kind of dope, bro.
Wait, huh?
Redfall kind of fire, bro.
It's kind of fire.
Yeah.
Huh?
I used to turn kind of lightly, bro. Like, the gameplay loop is a little addicting, bro. Once you give it a chance and you get it like involved in the gameplay loop is.
We're not gonna do this.
These are my confessions. No, bro. We gonna do this.
Come on now, now, Post. You was playing on the Xbox Series S.
Hold on.
Right?
No. You're not finna do me. Hold on. You're not finna do me like that. Hold on. I gave Redfall a chance, right? And then me giving it a chance, I almost threw up or fell out. Let me tell you something. I had to turn. Look, I don't know if it's me getting older in age.
You just got a weak stomach, nigga.
No. When I was young,
fire.
hold on. No. When I was young and I looked at these games and played these games, I didn't have the effects that I have now. Playing Redfall damn near made me throw up. I don't know if it was the 30 frames. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. All I know is I had to turn the game off. Now I will get back to. I know they did some updates to the game and things like that. I will get back to it once the 60 frames per second mode is not there, right?
Nah. No, but when we first played it, all we knew was an open world. We didn't know we had to go unlock safe houses and how to like get the missions and stuff. We're like, this game has
he said it's a little bit more in depth than what we was doing. That's what he's saying.
It really is.
We did the bare minimum.
Well, hold on. We got a target in the chat. We got a target. We got other Zinc. I know a comment like that couldn't come from nobody else. Other Zinc talking about some Redfall is my current game.
Talk that shit, Other Zinc.
Talk your shit, Other Zinc. He said what he said.
Look,
facts.
The game is fire.
Is it a such thing as being too much of a bot?
Nah, bro. She
got
a good gameplay loop, bro. Like
we game over here. He gaming.
He said
he enjoying what he
fire from day one. Boy, if you don't lie to tell the truth, boy, you look. Let me tell you something.
The game was fire. Was it rough? Was it polished? No.
It wasn't polished.
It was not polished.
But it's interesting though, bro. Like, bro, it's got a story to tell. Like, okay, it ain't got no cutscenes and shit, but like you get entrapped into the gameplay loop. I'm telling you, Post.
Noah.
What he
Why
said.
every show you trying to put a spotlight on Redfall?
Man, this is my first. But I just started like really getting back into it, like this past couple weeks.
After the updates, correct?
Nah. Actually, I thought I locked the safe houses and
him and Ricky
figured out how to fight.
Playing, I believe,
how to fight
right?
the underbosses and shit. Yeah, that shit like.
Yeah, him and Ricky Brown been playing. I tried to tell y'all, man. Listen to me when it come to gaming, man. Skip will posting them saying, listen to me. I'm trying to tell y'all, I can give y'all some gems. I've been doing this for a while now. The game ain't bad, brother. It's a good game. It's just had a rough.
Shout out to PK Thunder with the $4.99. If the FTC fails to get a decision due to the expiration date, does that null and void all testimonies that was given under oath. Hold on. I got to tell y'all something about that expiration date. July 18th is not really an expiration date. Let me pull this up. Let me hold on. Give me just a second.
I'm getting that Microsoft check. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to hit the mailbox.
Now I don't know about game of the year other thing. I can't say that right now. What you did say current, so I give you that because when Starfield dropped, it's a wrap.
Let me do this. Oh, before we go on to the FTC and Microsoft stuff, I do want to talk about this, and because it's really getting out of hand.
What, the Microsoft checks?
that as well. Hold on.
Well, I can sign up to get a motherfucking check.
Facts.
Hold on.
I be one of them Microsoft welfare checks, bro.
I'm out here preaching the gospel for free.
For free. Dead on the front line, taking all the shots. Where my check at? I need reimbursement.
I want to say this. All right. I put out a tweet. Right. Let me go here. Cause no
Xbox.
Let me do this. We're gonna talk about this, and then we're gonna get to the Microsoft FTC stuff because that's gonna take up the rest of everything else. Lulu put out a tweet, right? Shout out to Lulu. And I responded to Lulu tweet, which I do all the time.
Lord.
I say, Lulu.
He didn't call backlash.
I didn't talk. I typed that in the chat. I typed that in a comment set. And it's like a call and response, basically. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like you do in the hood with one of the guys. Hey, yo, Mello. Post, what up? It's just a call and response. Just something that we do, right?
Yeah.
And she replied to my comment on Twitter, right? She replied to it. And she said, post.
So
and the minute she done that, I ain't think nothing of it. That's Lulu. She cool. She interact with people when she interact with them. And I come back on Twitter and it's all of these quote retweets saying I'm obsessive, despicable.
He all on Lulu tip. Why he?
I'm a simp.
Oh man.
I'm all types of stuff just because I commented under her tweet, and I think it was not so much of me comment, it was the fact that she responded. Right?
See, we know Post getting paid from.
You feel me? Are we gonna get to that too? Because shout out to Lord Cobb who handled that.
Lulu pay Post.
All right. Let me see.
Oh man.
Okay, so here we are. Let me, and we're gonna break this down because we're finna show you who the real simps are.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Hey, chat, y'all follow me on this. Then we're gonna get to the Microsoft FTC shit.
Oh Lord, that's my type of energy. Go ahead.
All right.
So who's simping?
So you had Broken Gamer HD, all them goofy ass dudes on the PlayStation side throwing shots, right? Saying do you know what a simp is? And see, that's what gets me too. When they throw words out there and use them incorrectly. Because what I did wasn't a simp move. It wasn't a simp because I got a response. Okay, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Oh yeah, play. You already know a simp, right? Is a slang that is used on the internet. Someone who shows excessive sympathy and attention towards another person, typically someone who does not reciprocate the same energy. Let me read that again. We're finna point out
this
who
nigga
the
talking right now.
We're finna point out who the real simps are. Follow me, chat.
Oh snap! Oh
Okay,
snap!
hold on.
No wonder you ain't been responding. You been doing homework. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
Post.
fucking with this energy. Go ahead,
Let's
Post.
go. Let's go.
Someone who obsesses excessively towards a person, and that person doesn't reciprocate the same energy.
Wow.
I did a call and response, and that energy was reciprocated. Follow me here. Am I lying? Now, let's get to the real simps. You know the ones who meme Jim Ryan, who get on Twitter all day, simping towards Jim Ryan, and don't get the same energy reciprocated?
D-riding.
Huh? And don't get the same energy. Let's talk about real simps who sit on Twitter all day and big up PlayStation execs and don't get a response from nobody.
Nobody, baby.
Huh? You guys are the real simps because y'all obsess excessively over PlayStation execs and don't get the same energy reciprocated. But guess what? That's why you mad, because when you see the Lord Cogs, you know what I'm saying, Tim Dog, and all the other Xbox community people at these fan fests and see the Xbox executives reciprocating the same energy in pictures, in dinners, in breakfast, you guys can't take it. So what do? What do you create these bogus ass narratives? Huh? That's where the hate and the jealousy comes from.
That's the hate.
Ain't no sipping in the Xbox community because the people who we show appreciation to show that love and appreciation back to us. Whether it's at a gaming event, whether it's at E3 or Fan Fest, whether it's Tim Dog playing with Phil on Xbox and other people playing with Xbox executives, that energy is reciprocated. Ain't no sipping in this community, player.
Facts. And those are the facts.
What are we doing here?
Man.
And that's where the hate, the pain and the jealousy come from. When you gotta go on Twitter and say, this is sad. They out here doing this and doing that. They got, look at them with the Xbox execs. They having breakfast with Aaron Greenberg. They getting paid.
They getting paid to talk nice about it.
They making $100,000 a year and they getting paid by Microsoft. God damn it.
Tabernacle. This nigga preaching right now, boy.
And they got Game Pass. I hate my life.
These are the same dudes that if they was at an NBA event or a concert event and had an opportunity to get a picture with a player or a rapper, they gonna take it.
They gonna take it. First, man, you my favorite rapper, man. I listen to you morning, noon, and night, man. I got your posters on my wall. Punk
I'm glad you said that.
D-ride niggas.
They talk about Phil more than anybody.
They talk about Xbox more than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you been in them Twitter spaces? Like, these niggas is obsessed with Xbox, bro.
All they talk about is Phil and Xbox.
And they got the nerve to be mad.
Big mad.
But now everybody in the Xbox community that's a content creator is getting paid by Microsoft.
And this is a bad thing. How?
Let's
say if it was true, right? Let's say we was getting a check by Microsoft. This is bad. How?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Fam, give me the check.
People
What,
get
pay
that
me?
check every day, B.
Pay me, nigga.
Facts.
I have to sit here and listen to you
Facts.
weird ass niggas all day complaining
Look,
about a goddamn
put me
console
in-
and plastic. Please pay me for that.
Put me on the payroll, bro.
Put me in the marketing budget.
Put me in the budget. Coach.
Put me in the marketing budget. I want some of that Microsoft money.
Facts.
Facts.
But it's crazy. The fact. And see, they want this attention.
Mhm.
They want Jim. They wish Jim Ryan had a social media presence. He don't.
He don't.
Herman
So,
Herser put out a tweet about PlayStation, and they flood his comments. Says no response.
That nigga don't even know you niggas exist.
All he knows they ain't paying enough money. Jim Ryan
Yeah, that's
said-
all he know. Y'all not paying enough. He said, hey, these exclusives is not fronting the bill over here. We need some more money. All
The
that
only thing I
talking-
seen y'all got for Yoshida was a goddamn smiley emoji, and you don't even get that much. What are we doing here?
He give you that one once every 6 months post.
his secretary posts that. That ain't even him.
That ain't even him.
This is crazy.
Man.
This is crazy.
I tell you, this is what it is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Them niggas back they stuff in the corner. They been dick riding this goddamn Sony PlayStation mess for God knows how long, and it was paying the bills. It was paying their bills. Now the chicken has come home to roost, and they gotta own up to the shit they said. And you see a lot of backpedaling and a lot of running and ducking from all of these niggas. Instead of y'all just focusing on just keeping it gaming, y'all wanted to do the extra. Now look at you.
Had the nerve to call me despicable.
Niggas say y'all
Pathetic.
you can't survive with an Xbox only positive podcast. And now look what's going on.
Oh, you pathetic. You're despicable. You obsessive. You're crazy. It's a shame. Look at you. You have no life. You have no girl. You have no lady. You don't get this. You get no ass. You don't have no friends. Go outside and touch. All because
I love that
of
one.
Lulu. All because of Lulu responded to my comment.
Boy.
That's the type of energy that they put out because they're projecting. Because they don't have that relationship with PlayStation. PlayStation make sure they check their pockets, and once their pockets are checked, they up out of there.
It's time to go.
Going like the wind. No showcase.
Time to clock out.
No communication.
That's why they had that piss poor ass showcase. Because guess what? It was so much negative Xbox news. They don't know what the fuck going on in their own back door.
Now, Microsoft started this fan event, goes back decades. You could even go back to the first XO event in the 360 era when they started to build relationship with community, because that's what the 360 was built off of.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the features and what they was trying to achieve, don't act like this just started. This shit been going on for years. Y'all been mad and hating on this shit and then it's not nothing to hate. It's just Microsoft has, in terms of Xbox, because in the Xbox One era, you didn't get it. You didn't get that type of stuff. Because who was running that then? Wasn't that type? Bill Gates and all this, even Bill Gates showed up to the first Xbox launch and took a picture with some of the fans who brought the first Xbox.
But it's the times that's today where it comes in that you're seeing more.
Area.
Thank you. It's a social area. More and more people are looking to say, hey, you want me to spend this money on your said product? You got to come out here and touch earth with the people and explain why.
Let me tell you something.
And Microsoft is on the forefront of it right now.
Even rappers and singers are starting to do YouTube channels.
Facts.
Let me tell you how the game is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you how the game is changing.
You
have
go on
artists,
Clubhouse right now and talk to some
Clubhouse.
rappers.
You have them. You see artists on Twitter that be in space, basketball players that be in spaces. When have we? We grew up in an era where it wasn't no internet. We didn't have this type of interactivity. The fact that we're in an era where we can hop in a Twitter space and have a direct discussion with some of our favorite musicians, rappers, or basketball.
Bruh, play the video games with them. All that. It's all about interaction and actually communicating with your fan base. Building your brand. And you the only weirdo ass niggas would look at something like that and be like, oh no, that's wrong. Yeah.
We have greater access. We have greater access to the people we look up to, whether it's in gaming, whether it's in music or whatever. We have greater access to them more than ever now. Mm-hmm. It was never like this. It was always a wall between fan or whatever in the artist or whoever they was looking up to or whoever they fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you was listening to the PR team or you was talking to human resources. Like you wasn't talking to the person.
Facts.
So, but if that's the type of culture that Xbox wants to foster, and it starts from the top down, and all the execs I've seen, Aaron Greenberg in Twitter Spaces speaking and answering questions from gamers. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I haven't seen Phil, and that's understandable. But I've seen other execs from Microsoft in these Twitter Spaces directly answering the questions of the gamer, meaning that the gamer is getting access to the source and no longer has to go through a pretty much reporter or IGN or GameSpot or anything like that.
Right. This is what they said. No, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
You get access to the source. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if your culture and your community is not built off that, which PlayStation isn't,
right? They're
not in spaces. They're not communicating with you all on these social media platforms. They're selling things to you, and that's cool. And I said that in the video. If that's what you want, if you don't care about building a type of path of communication with the people you look up to in terms of the ecosystem you invest in, that is cool. If you're cool with Sony just giving you the games and showing you the games and selling you, then that's you. But don't knock what we're doing over here and call it sipping, obsessive, accepting the life. Because we're over here not only reaping the benefits of our ecosystems and the content that we get within their systems, but we're getting direct access.
We can voice our opinion on what we want too.
Yes, to the source.
Tell that nigga Jim Ryan to come outside, nigga.
To the source. Don't get mad. Do what Mello just said. Tell Jim Ryan to pop up.
Pop out, nigga. Straight like that. Tell Jabari them and BG and all the other weird ass niggas to get their ass on the horn and get that nigga in a Twitter space so y'all can talk y'all issues with PlayStation.
Now,
how about that?
I want another one thing. And just because I said Lulu, I didn't say anything about what she had on. I didn't say anything about her appearance or anything like that. So don't insinuate that I'm saying that the first thing, oh, look at her. Look at what he's saying to her because he's saying this. No, I just said her name and she respond post because I do it all the time under her tweets. And then you guys are, oh, look at her. He said he trying to get with her. He like her. He want to have sex with her. He want to do this and do. You guys are weird. And then it goes beyond that too because now y'all saying we're getting, and it kind of killed me with the David Jaffe thing in the lower cog thing, even though they squashed the situation. But I think that was distasteful and disrespectful to assume that his content was based on his relationship with Xbox and his content was built around some type of financial means. You don't know his finances, but that was disrespectful. That was distasteful how you went. And then your response to it was
Hold on, what I missed? What happened now?
Oh no,
let me
shit!
show.
This
Let
shit
me
done
show
went
y'all.
dark.
Yeah, let me show y'all.
Wait a minute.
Like people, it's crazy, and I don't know if it's the fact that Xbox just came off one of the strongest E3s ever in terms of their presentation, whether you like it or not. I don't know if it's the fact that they thought this Activision deal was dead in the waters after the CMA came out with their verdict, saying they was blocking, and the fact that we're here now and Microsoft has the ability to close out the FTC and put the CMA in a position where either they're going to stand their ground and look like idiots against 40 countries, including the United States, or go to the table and make a deal. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that they feel Microsoft is winning right now. They just laid out a game pipeline from now into the 2025. I don't know what it is. They got these dudes out here wild and bringing up these weird ass scenarios and making these asinine comments, but it needs to stop. It needs to stop, man. You guys are weird, bro. Hold on, let me bring this up. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell done happened. I thought we.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let me see here.
Why he doing that? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Let me bring this up, man.
Hey, y'all make gaming so damn uncomfortable at times. I swear. This all got to be about gaming. That's the worst part about it. Y'all actually had some shit worth playing. Y'all wouldn't have time to be doing this dumb shit.
Where is it? So, hold on. Let me see, where is it?
Yeah, Final Fantasy couldn't hold their attention long enough, man. They had to come with some dumbness.
This it's weird, man. It's just, let me see here. Where is it? This is hold on. Let me see here.
Saying put Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, so let me bring this up. So let me see this. Oh, let me make sure this is it. Hold on, that ain't the whole video. Hold on. Let me see here.
So what did Jeffy do? What I miss?
Bro.
Let me go ahead because J-Rock always having this stuff. So Jeffrey made a comment or did a video about Lord Cog being in Lord Cog and some other Xbox members being at a breakfast with
I think I saw that. Okay.
With Aaron Greenberg, but he specifically pointed out on Lord Cognito, and he had the audacity to pronounce his name incorrectly multiple times, and you know how his name is pronounced. So let me see here. And shout out to J-Rock, because J-Rock be bringing the receipts, man.
That boy the truth.
That boy be cooking. Bro be cooking. Hold on.
Man is the truth.
So let me, I guess, here it is. Let me see here. I'll just play a portion of it.
All my shit.
So this is not all of it, but you'll get the gist. I think this is it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So let me play this here. Let me bring this up. Let me share this. I do apologize you all for the wait, but give me just a second here. Where did the okay. Oh, how did I switch? Okay, let me do this. Give me just a second, y'all. Here we go. Let me bring it up here. And then let me do this here. I think this is it right here. And let me bring this over here. Okay, y'all can see. Okay, here we go. Let me do this here.
I see some dude with a beard.
Video
This is
of the newest Defining Duke, where Maddie and Lord Incognito were talking. And what came up, I know it's not live yet. I think it'll go live for everybody Monday who's not a Patreon member on Last Stand Media, is when I did this Constellations episode a couple days ago last week. I said this. And then on Defining Duke, it got back to Lord Incognito, who I called out specifically. Called out is kind of like an aggressive word. It wasn't. You'll see. You tell me. But I want to talk about this briefly. But here's what here's the little clip from the show. Again, this goes live on Monday for most people. I will say, and I don't mean to come after Defining Duke, but I know it's different between Sacred Symbols and Defining Duke in the sense that, like, I don't think you'll ever see Colin Moriarty out there in the world at a breakfast with Scott Rohde smiling like, isn't this cool that we got to eat breakfast with Scott Rohde? Like there's a wall there that I think allows us to be able to go, he doesn't give a shit. But I know Defining Duke gives more of a shit. I've seen pictures that you guys have put up with the executives and all that stuff. And I find it's like, on one hand, it's good marketing for you guys, right? Because it's like you guys are like, look, guys, we're connected. And I think there's value to your personal brand of Defining Duke. But at the same time, I kind of go, don't give these guys, don't present these guys as special. Because in doing that, I think it kind of adds to that lack of genuineness about the reporting that a lot of people could potentially have. You know what I'm saying? It's like but to the bigger point though, I think that's what allows Xbox maybe to get a little bit more love, is that they do that well, and they're working the room. Phil Spencer is not your friend. Sarah Bond is not your friend. I'm not saying they're not good people, and in real life they couldn't be your friend, but they're not your fucking friends when they're a depressed event. I've been on that side. I was working the room too. It's all performative. It's all to get the brownie points. And I just I wish they weren't so good at it, but I wish even more the fanboys or the news people that cover them weren't so susceptible to it, because I certainly think that contributes, not as much as the generational thing I was talking about, but certainly they're better at it and it seems to work. So why not keep doing it? I mean, what do you think about that, Maddie? I mean, do you agree that maybe isn't the best for your brand, or do you think it brings value when you guys are out there doing that kind of stuff?
No, I actually appreciate you said that. I love talking about this type of stuff. I think there's a fair argument to both sides, not to fence ride for a moment here, but just more so to say that I think it's fair if people look at, like, I'm trying to think. In my defense, I'm trying to think of a picture of me with an Xbox exec. I don't know if I have.
No, I'm thinking of the one recently.
With Redfall bet?
No. What's his name? He's on Iron Lords. I love him. Yes. He did one with Sarah Bond recently.
Oh, okay.
But there were many. It wasn't just him. Yeah. Tons of these pictures of lots. There was Aaron Greenberg at breakfast with a bunch of Xbox.
Bro, this got to be the dumbest shit I've heard.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair if, like, people think there's a.
So I don't want to just show you Colin stuff. This is
that is so damn dumb.
Yeah, they bugging.
That's like business 101, nigga. If I'm selling you a product, I'm gonna put it in the best light possible. Even if that means me saying, hey, that's like what they're doing with 2K right now, 24, and they got the creators coming out. You get to sit there with the developers and they talk about the game. You got people there, and it's this big rant that's going on. They like, oh, well, such and such took, shitted on the game, and they had all this negative things to say about the game. Why are they being invited out or flown out to check the newer game out? And it's like, no. I want the criticism. I want you to be honest and bold about your conversation, but I'm going to also bring you out so I can get your perspective on what we need to do better. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, man. It's
they life post, they mindset supposed to change because they eating a steak. Like, what the fuck? Yo. This shit crazy. And I thought he was a developer.
Ex-developer.
Yeah, man.
Well,
These niggas need to touch Earth. For real.
It's all, they always point the fingers at Microsoft. Microsoft can do no right, can do no wrong either. They'll shit on Microsoft for not. They'll shit on Microsoft for not paying for publicity.
Maybe
just like they'll shit on Microsoft for paying
actually did the same thing that Microsoft doing. Maybe his games would have did better because that shit sounds stupid. I wouldn't even have said that. He said that with a bold, like, in confidence. Like, what?
Let me tell you something. First of all, everybody who went to E3 or to that fan fest flew themselves out. Microsoft didn't pay for shit. And even if you won tickets to fan fest from Microsoft, they tell you have to find your own way there. That's neither here or there. To assume and question that man's integrity because he's in a picture or having breakfast, and based on what Risket, and shout out to Risket for Biscuit, because he explained how all of that came to be. That wasn't something that was planned. That was something that's sort of happened. That all of them was gathered in that same spot. But to question Lorg's COD integrity in terms of him and the content that the Iron Lord podcast represents, because he's in a photo having a lunch or a breakfast with an Xbox and execs, is pretty much purely disrespectful. Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're questioning the integrity of him and his content because he's sitting next to an Xbox executive.
I'm trying to paint a narrative.
And then you're saying that nothing that Aaron Greenberg or Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond is doing in terms of greeting the fans at Fans Fest is genuine. You consider it working the room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. But you know what though? I take it as Microsoft doing something right, because the narrative went from Microsoft got no games to Microsoft got too much money.
First of all, hold on, it don't stop there, because I don't even know how you point him out of everyone else that's in that picture. He become, out of everybody in that picture who are pretty much all content creators, you point him out and question not only his integrity, but the integrity of his team in the Iron Lord podcast. For what? Because basically what you're saying, the credibility of your content is in question because you're having breakfast with Aaron Greenberg. This is what it's come to. And it just transitioned from y'all obsessive, pathetic, despicable, to y'all being paid informants of Xbox, to we got to question y'all integrity and credibility because y'all in the pictures with these execs. But guess what? We're going to continue to cook, right? Because, shout out to my brother J-Rock, right? Because J-Rock, J-Rock, he keep the receipts, right? Let me see.
What you got?
Oh, snap.
But you know they're trying to apply though, right?
Yeah.
These accusations that these content creators don't genuinely care about Xbox. They just trying to get a paycheck. Like nobody can genuinely have love for Xbox.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just an undercover pony.
And
undercover PlayStation fanboy.
And the only Xbox, and if you listen to Iron Lord podcast, Lord Coggan and majority of them keep it neutral. King David is very pronounced in his Xboxness. He's probably only the real Xbox person on the show in terms of how, really being for Xbox. But Lord Cog and Sovereign, and even they keep a very balanced palette. And they represent all platforms. They talk about Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, handheld. They talk about it all. Look at all these people in this picture. How did you point out this one person here out of all the people in this picture, and you question his credibility and integrity? And he's not even, because this person right here, Aaron Greenberg, he's not even sitting directly next to Aaron Greenberg. All of them is throwing up the X. All of them is representing the Xbox community. And it's nothing wrong with this.
Not at all.
But how did you single this man out? Out of everybody that's sitting here.
Rose, hold on, you see what Rose posted?
Okay, my bad. Hold on. I go to the Sarah Bomb. I go to the Sarah Bomb picture. My bad. I go to the Sarah Bomb picture.
My bad.
Hold on. But before I do that, let me do this here. Oh yeah, hold on. And shout out to my bro Jerry. I forgot it was the Sarah Bond picture. I apologize. I want to do that right off back. I apologize. It was the Sarah Bond. It was the Sarah Bond picture. Hold on. Let me do this here. But even still, let me see here. Here we go.
I don't think you'll ever see Colin Moriarty out there in the world at a breakfast with
he got one arm around that man, like
Rylan, like in this breakfast with Scott Rhodey. Like there's a wall there that I think allows us to be able to go.
Is this what you say Colin would never do?
I don't think you'll ever see Colin Moriarty out there in the world.
Look, huh? No, it gets it. Hold on. Let me find another one. My bad. I did bring up the wrong picture. It was the Sarah Bond picture. Let me see. Where is it?
Damn, I just realized there's been a lot of accusations this week.
A lot of them.
You, Lulu, Cognito, Sarah Bond.
Man. Say where the hell I be at when all this shit going on, because I don't be seeing none of this.
You out there making $100,000. That's what you be doing.
Oh, absolutely. You right. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this. Who is that? Who is this? Who is this?
Is that broccoli? Who these people?
Who is this? That's Colin, right?
That's
man,
crazy.
who grandma is that?
That's Yoshida, right? That's PlayStation, right?
That's crazy.
But see, of course you'll pull up a wall garden. Of course you don't want to associate yourself with industry. You don't feel you have to. When you get blacklisted from the industry. Am I mistaken? Didn't they blacklist Colin from the industry?
They did.
Let me get these super chats real quick. This is crazy. All these accusations. I'm talking about distasteful, disrespectful shit. And I don't know if it's because, like I said, E3, or it could because of this whole Activision shit, that something that they thought was dead is finally about to go through. Because everybody on the other side has been, oh, consolidation is bad. This is bad for gaming. Especially when the emails came out. But we're going to talk. Hold on. Let me get these super chats. Let me see here. Max City Entertainment with the $5. Few dollars for the SOG congregation. Dave Jaffe stepped in it on Sunday. He exposed Colin and came for Cognito all in one sentence. Shit is wild. Right? Let me see here. PK Thunder, whoa, with the $2 ties. We got Zakari with the $4.99. They are acting like community members or New York Times journalists. Yeah, baby father with the $5. Had to get on Jaffe for that. His apology was weak, but it's not on me to accept or not. Yes, it was. But Kai played it how he was supposed to do it because he not about that. You know what I'm saying? What's understood need not to be. Well, you already know how it is. Zakari with the $10. These people he's talking about are not journalists. The Xbox content creators are the heads of a fan club. They don't own any journalistic standards of ethics. Max City Entertainment with the $2. The Sarah Bond incognito photo really hurt Jaffe. Yeah, my bad. I put up the wrong photo. Lord Maxie with the $5. He's mad because he wasn't in the picture with Sarah Bond. And then we got your baby father with the $5. Cog said it's a teachable moment, and I respect him for that. But the lesson should be not to play with your name after being on your show twice. Exactly. You knew how to pronounce that man's name. Boy, clouding these clicks is a hell of a drug. Clouding these clicks is a hell of a drug. You went in the and I'm surprised Colin didn't cut Jaffe off in the process when he was saying you will never see Colin out here having breakfast with you.
Colin he knew that was gonna be viral. He knew that was gonna go viral. He did that intentionally. Let him crash out by himself. I'm
surprised he didn't catch. He said, "Well, back in my IGN days."
Nope. Let him grab the wheel, Lord. I'm go ahead and crash. Let you go ahead and crash out by yourself. Go ahead. We're gonna mute this mic. Let you go crazy.
I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a incredible thing. If you come from the gaming space that we came from, the 90s, no internet. Co-op play was sitting on the couch next to a person or in an arcade playing a 4-player machine, getting in fights because you're battling people in Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken in these arcades, right? Back in the day, we probably never thought we will be in a space or in the era where in some cases we will have direct contact and direct conversation with people who created some of the greatest enjoyment that we've gotten from gaming. And to shit on that or to downplay it is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Most of the people I know come from the hood and got it out the mud. Turned nothing into something. That gaming wasn't even an option for them financially. Had to rely going over their friend's house to enjoy gaming or over their cousin's house to enjoy gaming. Because I was one of those people who had to rely on friends and other family members to enjoy gaming for a long time. Right? It's a lot of people that come from that background. Right? And back then you read the names on the back of the game, either the cartridge or the disc or the case. You see what company that game was created by. But now we're in the era where, as content creators, we're able to bypass some of the biggest journalist companies in the world, the IGNs and GameSpot, and get direct access to content game creators and platform creators. Get direct conversation with them, something we probably never thought was possible. And people, you have a community of people out here trying to twist it and downplay that like it's a bad thing.
Because they don't get it.
It's like growing up seeing your favorite basketball player, watching them on TV, never thinking for 1 second that you will be able to directly interact with them or even let alone have a conversation with them, but it happens. Facts, Caesar. Game Informer. We didn't get our reviews. We got our reviews from the magazines. We got our console announcements from the magazines.
Consoles.
You feel me? I had to bring that back out. That's where and guess what? Majority of the times we didn't even buy them. We'll go up in the game store, look through the pages, read them, and put them back on the shelf.
Facts.
Because we didn't have the money to pay for the goddamn
You ain't never
magazine. We will go to the game store, look through the pages, look through the game reviews and all the announcements, and then put that joint back on the shelf.
And Kmart while my mom was shopping at the book.
Facts,
Yep.
By the cash register. When she done, she knew where I was at. Probably trying to steal a disc out the book. Goddamn, what you talking about?
The demo kiosk.
Facts.
The gamers who were in the know were the ones that could read.
Facts.
Man.
Going up in Target. Going up in all the EB games, because they had the Xbox and PlayStation game kiosks in there that had the latest games that was about to come out.
Best Buy.
Breaking your neck watch playing them games, boy.
What you know about going to get $1 worth of nickels and having 1/4?
Nickels.
Yes. Let me put you on game. What you know about going to get $1 worth of nickels and a hammer and having 1/4 and hammering a nickel to the size of a quarter and then hitting the arcade?
Oh, this nigga hit different. That shit hit different right there.
They call them slugs back in the day.
Damn.
They call them slugs. You have 1/4, you'll go get $1 worth of nickels, you'll hammer the nickel to the size of a quarter, and you'll go hit the arcade.
Oh, yeah, shit. Damn. Put me on game. I ain't know about that.
I didn't know about that one, Post.
Yes.
Damn, G. The struggle is real.
Yes, they call them slugs back in the day.
I used to have to sit there and watch the the countdown. You know, when you finna lose the game, it's 9, and you gotta put another quarter in. 8,
Yeah, they used to do the strings on the quarter. That used to be a thing. You drop it in that dope and pull it back out. But they got hip to the sun. So when the owner used to go check the machines at the end of the night and open that bitch up, they say he got a motherfucking thing full of nickels that's been hammered to the size of quarters.
Damn, Postal kill arcade gaming.
Hold on.
God damn it.
Yeah, damn, I'm gonna say shit.
I know
All
about
I
that one.
used to go to the goddamn laundry mat and play. This motherfucker outside beating up nickels and shit, yo.
I know,
That
right?
shit crazy. That man say he gonna put the hammer to the nickels and slug them motherfuckers. All right now. Shit. But nah, I don't know, man. I just wanted to play video games and talk shit about video games. This shit is starting to.
I'm just saying.
I'm really not feeling this mess.
I'm just saying we come from where we come from now to be in the position that we're in now, where we're able to talk to our favorite creators or our favorite minds behind the things that we enjoy. And you have a community of people out here who is trying to shame it and downplay it. It is incredibly distasteful and disrespectful. And shout out to I don't know Lord Cog. You know, we follow each other. I don't know them. All I know is they do great content. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, like, all of us, even me included, calling us names because we're communicating, we're having this discussion with these Xbox executives. This shit is out of hand. And it went from calling us simps to saying we're getting paid for by Microsoft, and now you're questioning the integrity and credibility of us because of certain people in the community because they're in pictures with these execs. It is wild, and I don't. You know what? Like this Activision stuff. Lord, look. I don't. If Microsoft come another year later down the line and say, "Sega, welcome to the Xbox," I don't know what they gonna. Look,
you niggas gonna bite a bullet. That's what
I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. Because this Activision deal has brought out some feelings. It has brought out some feelings. So I definitely wanted to talk about that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I spoke my piece about it. Lil V, yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all knew about that, the nickel trick. You go get
you just set the bar right there,
we used to be in the alley, right? You put them on a nickel on the ground, boop, 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 beat it. Then you put it on top of the quarter to size it up. You beat him. Once it gets to the right size, and you put win in the pot game, boop, bloop. Well, you know how many games you could get with $1 worth of nickels?
Nigga, healthy amount.
You feel me? So
you had that in a strong arm for beating up all them damn nickels.
Yo, bro. Hey, look, let me tell you that because you had to make the best of what you had, and sometimes you had to stretch $1 or $2 into something. You know what I'm saying? You had to stretch it into something because you got to think. Back in the day, you could go into a store with $1 and come out with 4 or 5 things if you know how to spend your money. Nigga, $2, you was rich back in the day. Man. You know what you could get for $2?
I know, bro.
Bro. You know how many options? A Big Mac meal was $2.99 back then.
But you can get a whole buffet from the Chinese restaurant for $5.50, bro.
You feel me?
Missed them days.
Man. So you had to prioritize. Okay, I know I got to get the chips. You know, either pop Norwoods, bag of chips, a donut stick, a honey bun, a zebra cake, or whatever. The Swiss rolls.
25 cents.
I got a game too. So yeah, I'm gonna take this $1. Let me get $1 worth of nickels. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I still got you know what I'm saying? $2, you can go up in a restaurant get a piece of puff. A piece of puff was about $1 and some change. A Garrow was about $3 back. I'm just saying, bro. So you just made the best of what you had. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at where we was back then and what we did with no internet access versus what we're doing with internet access and the walls that we are breaking down in terms of whom we are getting access through content creation.
I'm about to say, y'all talking to millionaires here. Like, these people do not have to say nothing to you
feel
niggas.
Me? Exactly. You know, and I feel Aaron, I see them respond to multiple people tweets that they don't leave hang. I mean, sometimes people be asking some wild questions that they know they ain't gonna get an answer to, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
To each his own.
But to each his own, to downplay that. And even with Broken Gamers HD, when he was talking about Tim Dog and Phil, you don't have his personal, you don't know what Tim Dog have.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what he have. He's been talking to Phil for damn near over a decade.
Okay, so you've been talking to Jim Ryan for over a decade.
Tim is plugged.
But
Plug. He is the plug. Put some respect on Tim Dog name. He is the plug. And he's the plug because despite him having the relationship with the people, he don't say shit. He knows a lot, but don't say shit. He don't tweet about it. He don't do none of it. Knows a lot, but don't say shit. Hold on, son. I'm almost done. Shout out to R Jr. with the $5. Jaffe is jealous because he is a has-been.
Damn. Yeah, he looking bad out here. I ain't even gonna hold you. But it goes with that other thing, like, you know, these so-called celebrities and characters. Once you really get to see what their true colors is and how they speak, you get to see how they really are. They be some true assholes out here, man.
Another one. And that
real assholes.
Because Tim put out a tweet and Phil responded under Tim Dog tweet. And so where's all this hate and jealousy coming from? Huh?
Yeah, I think they got each other's phone numbers and stuff.
Tim Dog ain't with Phil all the time. Tim Dog talk to Phil all the time.
They like buddies.
They buddies.
Like before the game, like before Phil even took over.
Yeah, they're friends. And he said, like he said on Twitter, when Xbox people come into New York, you know who they calling.
Me, nigga. He's one of those.
Tim Dog plugged outside the game too, but we ain't even finna get into all that. We ain't even finna get into all of that. But look, just look. Hey, it's levels. Okay? And you can sit up here and say, well, you know, we don't care about that because PlayStation just get... Man, if Jim Ryan or one of them pulled up and said we want to come on your show, you just jumping out the gym.
That boy jumping out. Hey, we could shutting down the shop. We got Phil coming in. Like,
you guys ain't finna turn down no pictures from Yoshida or Herman or Jim Ryan. Cause the first thing y'all gonna do is run to your YouTube channel and put it up there and tell your little Patreon members on how you was able to take a picture with Jim Ryan and Herman.
I can see them. I can see them intro videos now. Hold up on Jim Ryan and Yoshida.
He said they gonna put him on the Patreon. Dang, he said they gonna double hit him with the tax. Man.
Okay, so let's get to this out. Let's get to the nitty gritty of the thing. Okay, so I posted an article today, and let me see here. I know everybody waiting for this. I think the decision was today.
Sheba, you funny as hell, Sheba.
I think the decision might come Wednesday.
I heard something. They were saying the 12th or something like that. I don't know.
I think it might. The 12th was a deadline for redactions, but
too busy playing games right now.
Teleborn corrected me on that. Okay, let's see this. So when I told y'all that the world was watching this deal, that everybody, it's a lot of money invested on whether this deal go through or not. Mm-hmm. A lot of money, right? And this Bloomberg article kind of helps paint that picture, right?
Okay.
It says Microsoft trial has merger arbitragers, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, glued to the court. Said among the lawyers, litigants, and spectators who packed into a San Francisco courtroom last month for a hearing on the fate of the biggest video gaming deal ever was another breed altogether: the merger arbitrage. Portfolio managers and analysts from a handful of top investment firms, as well as specialized brokers, right? So portfolio managers, analysts, top investment firms, and specialized brokers who bet on whether mergers will go through flew in from New York and Chicago. They were there to watch for signs, a grimace from the judge, a goof by a key witness that the U.S. Federal Trade Commission would succeed or fail in its bid to temporarily block Microsoft Corp's proposed $69 billion takeover of Activision Blizzard Incorporation, while the agency pursues an administrative challenge to it. Okay. It goes on to say this trial is a key event in the arbitrage community. Brian Lombardi, a New York-based broker at FBN Security, said on the sidelines of the hearing, everyone wants to understand the outcome. If the preliminary injunction is granted, the deal is likely dead. Okay, Lombardi was joined in U.S. District Judge Jacqueline Scott's Corley's 19th floor courtroom by representatives of firms including Balzani Asset Management, Citadel Enterprise Americas, Pittwater Capital Management, TIG Advisors, and United First Partners. Let me tell y'all, I've said this since I've been saying this for the longest, that the investment, that everybody has their eye on this deal, even when it came to the CMA decision. And if they're watching what this deal is doing in the U.S., imagine what they was doing when the CMA made their decision. That's why I say this is huge, and that's why I say it will have a big impact on UK. How big of an impact it will have, we don't know. The group, numbering a dozen or so, often grabs spots in the first 3 rows of the public seating area. Some pay line sitters $30 to $40 an hour to keep their place. Now, hold on. We're going to stop there for a minute. I need to check in. Now, I don't know who I'm going to blame in the chat, but one you motherfucker should have told me that it was a such thing as a line sitter and you can make $30 to $40 an hour just saving a public seat for an investor, broker, or whatever. This is crazy.
What you mean? A line sitter.
A line sitter, meaning
in the line.
You grab a seat.
And you hold that motherfucker down.
Or you sit in that, or you stand in that line to get access to that room to sit down. But you're standing in line not for yourself, but for somebody else. But for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that way.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
so
we fucking up.
You might be there for 2 hours, 3 hours. You might be in there for a whole 8 hours.
Pack a lunch.
You might be there for a whole 8 hour shift, but you make it $30 to $40. Somebody need to tell me something that I picked the wrong field. It's easy,
bro.
When they say it's 6 million ways to get, there's so many ways to make money out here. This is. Now that is a true hold the line.
Hold the line.
That is the true meaning of hold the line.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, so it goes on to say scores of their counterparts followed the courtroom action on a Zoom audio feed. Now I told y'all, I said imagine how many people on that feed, right? That was investors, brokers, finance analysts. And I think that's why some people was getting booted, because I know some people was actually in the feed, I know people that was getting booted out, even though it was at maximum. So I think certain people was getting booted out to let certain people to give certain people access to the audio feed. But this lets me know, including the people that's in this article right here, that it was a lot of investors, advisors, and brokers, whatever management companies that was on that audio feed those 5 days listening to this court because it is millions and millions and millions of dollars invested in whether this merger will succeed or not. So and that's what I mean by when I say it goes beyond just it's beyond just about Call of Duty and gaming, right? It goes on to say merger arbitrage investor profit from the deal spread there arises when acquisitions are announced. The difference between the offer price and the stock price reflecting the prospect of success and the risk of failure. Monitoring legal proceedings that can make or break major tie-ups is a standard part of their jobs. So they're monitoring the stock price from where it is, I think prior to the announcement or the day of the announcement, and then how that number fluctuates based on things that happen in terms of the regulators or the issues that goes on with the regulators. As you can see here, during this whole process, for a while, Activision numbers, stock numbers was down because at one point it was I think the investment community wasn't too sure that Microsoft was going to. So that stock was down for a while because they was pretty much on the fence about this going through, especially when
they buying like crazy now.
Yeah, especially when the CMA came out and did they deal, when the FTC pulled their moves and stuff like that. So the stock price has been fluctuating throughout this whole process, and I think they use as a basis to feel in terms of where the Wall Street per se is at in terms of they're believing the deal is going to fail or is going to succeed. Usually if the stock price is up, there's momentum there that it might go through, it might get done. If the stock price is down, that means Wall Street either don't think it's going to go through or just on the fence about whether it's feasible or not. And it says, it goes on to say, monitoring legal proceedings that can make or break major tie-ups is a standard part of their job, but has become especially fraught under FTC Chair Lena Khan, the most aggressive trust buster the U.S. has had in decades. I can understand that under Lena Khan because you don't know. She's fighting everything, she's even trying to block winnable cases that she don't even need to be fighting against. So I can understand. I can understand why they looking at it like that because she kind of threw a wrench in the sink. By the end of the hearing, a consensus had emerged among the arbs that the FTC was unlikely to win a pause on the Microsoft deal, just as it lost a challenge to an acquisition by Meta Platforms Incorporation earlier in the year. During the 2 weeks of the proceeding, Activision gained almost $2.50 from $81.89 on June 20th to $84.30 on June 30th, in a sign of increased market confidence. And as I just said, when those stock numbers increase, that means the market is confident in the possibility that the deal will succeed. And so that's when people start to buy in. When they buy in, the numbers start to go up. The FTC appears to lack a strategy, Lombardi said. Acting tougher is one thing, but taking bad cases to court and losing creates unfavorable precedents that put the FTC in a worse position than before she took the helm, he said of Khan. Part of an arbitrager's job entails doing deep dives into sometimes arcane issues, said Roy. I said Royal. Roy, co-chief investment officer at Valhalla. I was about to. I'm thinking of Halo, but at Valhalla, New York-based Westchester Capital Management. They're going another management firm that's looking at who has managed merger arbitrage strategy for almost 30 years. He listened to the feed of the Microsoft hearing, but also hired a lawyer to attend it in person. Bro,
Hired a lawyer.
yes, this how serious. And that's what I said. This shit is bigger than people got a lot of money invested in this shit. This shit bigger than I knew, but I didn't know it was to this point. All these investment and management companies and stuff. I didn't know they hire a lawyer just to you on the audio call, but you send someone there in person too. And I understand why you're sending someone there in person, because it might be some things you don't hear on the audio feed, and it might be some things you don't see that you can't see that you'll probably be able to see in court. And that was true because they had the whiteboard up there showing a lot of numbers and things that we didn't get to see while we was on the audio feed. He said the mammoth Microsoft Activision combination will reshape the lucrative video game industry and more broadly test the FTC's ability to block tech deals in court. How courtly rules in the language of her ruling could swing portfolio values by tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars. That's and this article kind of backed up what we've been saying all along. This deal is bigger than Call of Duty.
Facts.
See that how the judge rules in the language of her ruling could swing portfolio values from tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars. So she's going to set, and that's why it's probably taking her time, because what she say, how she say it, and what words she choose is going to affect the whole landscape here, right? It's going to affect this Microsoft merger, especially if it's denied. But her wording and her position will help other big tech mergers along down the line. And then that effect, it will kind of help shape the intentions behind the management, the investors, and how they move. So they're trying to see which way this is going to swing, because they want to know how to move for the next year or so, or a couple of years down the line as they start, investing more in terms of mergers and things like that. We need to know the play. We need to know where we're going to put our money, where we're not. We need to know what deals. We need to know how this all going to play out, because we got some money to work with, but we trying to make money. We ain't into losing money.
Mm-hmm.
So this decision is just not about granting Microsoft the right. This is affecting the whole landscape. And I think that's why she's going to take her time. I think that's why she's going to be careful in what she say and how she say it and what words she used to say it. And I know we want an answer immediately, but we just have to be patient, because I think even she knows the impact of her decision is going to affect beyond our gaming needs, the tech sector, the investment sector, Wall Street. Her decision is gonna affect everything, and that's how big this merger is. I know we're gamers and we're just looking. Oh, it's just Call of Duty. Microsoft, we Game Pass. Y'all know we Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass shoes, Game Pass hat, Game Pass shirt. You know what I'm saying? Even the toilet tissue made out of Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? That's all we care about. But this deal is bigger than that, man. What y'all think about this, Mello and Nora? This is crazy.
Same shit that we've been saying for the past fucking month. Finish this shit up, man. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, boss. We've been holding this line a little too damn long. I'm tired, boss. I just want Call of Duty. That's it. And I don't even play this shit. I just want it because them niggas don't. Them niggas is mad about it. That's all I want. I just want to throw it in their face. That's it. No.
I don't even know what to say after that. I'll say I don't even like Call of Duty, but I just wanted to throw it in.
Yeah, look, I just want to throw it in their face.
What you think about this, man? This all these I knew it was big, but man, it's a lot of money in this shit, bro.
Man, you know I did and dad in the stock market, so
yeah. Go ahead. Stock Noah. Go ahead, stock market Noah. Go ahead, talk this shit.
The market, no.
No, little Dogecoin. Go ahead, little Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Go ahead, little Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give y'all a hint, bro. Anytime they announce new consoles, buy AMD stock. Buy AMD stock. I made some money. I made some money off AMD. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's always shot up.
Okay. So.
But yeah.
Anytime Warren Buffett is involved, I just know it's a green light. That's just me personally on mine.
Say he don't miss.
That nigga don't miss. he have not steered me wrong none of my lives, bro. He say all my life I listen to this man, and he been on point. He said you better not never doubt America, and make sure you get your dividends. If they give you a dividend yield, you better invest. I love that man. So me and my family love that man. So yeah, I'm rocking with it. He still got his stocks. I'm rocking with it. Shit. So that is what it is at this point.
I'm gonna say this: the judge seemed impartial. She seemed like a very smart woman, individual.
Yeah.
And from what I could tell, like from what I listened to, it sounds like she could smell the bullshit coming from the FTC
and rapper.
and she said it best. This is about protecting consumers, not Sony.
Facts. Yeah.
That said a lot right there.
Bullshit. You said it was rapping bullshit.
Who said that?
Who? No, she can smell. She can smell the. She can smell the bullshit through the rapper.
Bullshit. Yeah,
through the rapper.
Smell the bullshit with the FTC protecting Sony.
She called it out multiple times. So
yeah,
like I said, the reason why I like the Sarah Bond version of when she went up there is because when she broke down Game Pass and the lady was just like, "Oh damn, I can do this and get this, and how much for this, and how is this not good for the consumer?" And it's like right there, all telling.
And it's like, so if Sony locks this down, then the consumers are gonna have to pay full $70.
Right? Pretty much.
But if Microsoft owns Call of Duty,
they get how much?
Get it in a subscription service. How is this? I think she even asked, "How is this a loss for consumers?" Well, you got these PlayStation guys on Twitter, and they want to pay $70.
And I do want to say this. July 18th is not necessarily a termination date.
Yeah, right? That part I don't know how. I don't know how that works. My understanding
it doesn't terminate automatically. They have the ability to walk away from the deal July 18th if everything's not met. But
do they have to renegotiate though?
No. Because it's nothing. I don't think it's anything from me looking at it. It's anything that requires both parties to extend the agreement.
Okay, so there are a couple of days.
So if they need,
so there's a grace period.
Yes, it's more so if Microsoft and Activision say, like, if and I could be wrong, I'm gonna check with a few people on this, but say like if we get the FTC get denied on that preliminary injunction, Microsoft wait the 5 days TRO waiting period, and then after the 5 days they closed, right? If they close and July 18th comes, Microsoft, I don't think they have to renegotiate with Activision. I think they just have to be in agreement to give it a little bit more time, since they're the only group that'll be left is the CMA. From what I'm looking at in terms of the merger agreement and what I'm looking at here, what it say? An effective time has not occurred by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on January 18th, 2023. Such time and date, the initial termination date and the initial termination date as it may be extended pursuant to this section 8.1c. The termination date, except that if as of the initial termination date, all this wording, I don't know what they be doing. All conditions to this agreements are satisfied, other than those conditions that by their terms are to be satisfied at the closing, each of which is capable of being satisfied at the closing or waived or permissible pursuant to. Look, let me tell you something. I ain't for the key. This is a law. I don't even know why they word this shit like this. Can somebody tell me? Why do they even word it? All I'm saying is that even doing the CMA with the tribunal, I think it was the Lord Beard, the lawyer for I think that was Microsoft for Activision. He told the tribunal that July 18 is not a dead date, so they have flexibility. Even if July 18, now the flexibility is that Microsoft and Activision have the ability to walk away based on where they're at. And Activision has already came out and said, look, if the FTC win this preliminary injunction, we don't see no other way around this. Meaning that if they get the preliminary injunction, that means they will have to deal with the in-house court shit with the administrative judge, and that could take years. And Activision is not willing. No, we're not finna do all that over there. That's too much money. We'll have to ban. So they're saying if the FTC gets this preliminary injunction, then we're going to exercise our rights part of the merger agreement, and we can walk away from this deal. But if the preliminary injunction is denied by the FTC, we still can exercise our rights to extend the agreement, because we still have a possibility of either finding ways to close out the CMA or working with the trying to win this through the tribunal, which is going to be a 6-day appeal trial. They fast tracking this as well. So Microsoft can do one of two things. I think if they win, if they get the denial of the preliminary injunction, if they get the denial, it could, and I'm not saying it will, it could force the CMA to the table, because now you pretty much have every country. New Zealand, yeah, they said what they said, but then they also came back and turned around and said, look, we don't believe this and we don't believe that. We don't believe in the console SLC and none of that. If the FTC lose this preliminary injunction, Microsoft closing in the United States, that they put them at 40 countries, either 40 or 41 countries, that is for this deal, right? Canada, although they came out and tried to say they had
them niggas,
although they came out and said, look, we have issues with this deal, we're off the ban. We told Microsoft, yeah, you told Microsoft, but you didn't block it. You didn't deny it. So you're already telling us that's the FTC doing that shit. We good. We told Microsoft we had issues, but we good. We didn't, and then you let your time pass to block
these
the deal.
niggas operate on their own time. Like, what is wrong with these niggas?
So they let the Canada time period for blocking the deal has passed. So they don't have no fight in the game. But even though I think regulators have the ability to go back and look at deals and stuff like that, in this case, I don't think it's warranted. Canada been on the sideline for this long. They tried to throw a bone at the FTC. I don't think it had any merits, or I don't think it had any effect on a deal or with the judge. Because if I'm the judge, I'm saying, okay, if you had an issue with this deal and you told Microsoft, why you ain't doing nothing about it?
Bruh.
You feel me?
That's why people don't fuck with Canada.
Right. So
Shit like that.
Canada don't matter, right? South Africa came out and did it unconditionally. Sony didn't even show up to that hearing. Microsoft had a lawyer at that hearing at the South Africa tribunal when they was talking about the merger. Microsoft had a lawyer. I forgot the guy's name, but he was in the video, and I saw some of the video where he was explaining the deal and the effects of the deal and stuff like that. Microsoft had a lawyer. Sony didn't even show up there, so they didn't even care about that. And I think that the South Africa tribunal took that into account and said, look, we're going to pass this thing conditional. Cloud, xCloud don't have I don't think it's even in South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And then as far as the console, they agree like everybody else. There's no lessening of competition there. So you got South Africa off the ballot. Turkey ain't said nothing. I don't think they are going to say nothing. In terms of Australia and New Zealand, ain't any worry about that because the only four that mattered was China, the UK, the EU, and the United States. We have China. We have the EU. If we get the United States, that leaves UK by themselves. And it's pretty much going to be the United Kingdom against the world. And it's going to be from the perspective of that United Kingdom. You're trying to tell 40 other countries that they don't know what they're talking about.
The same company that's handling y'all networking and banking system in y'all country don't know what they're talking about.
And how could you stand in front of the world from the perspective that you are the chief police of the world in terms of regulatory, in terms of how regulatory bodies goes, and that you're right in terms of your decision, and the 40 other countries that have agreed to this deal is wrong. How do you stand in front of that? Yeah, Andy B. I did not know. I did not. And reading this article, Andy B., I was like, I was like, imagine how many investors, brokers, and management companies was actually in those calls. And so, and I've said this, and me and Everborn have had this conversation too, and we kind of came to the same conclusion. And this was prior to where we're at now. We said despite the UK blockade, if Microsoft can get the EU, if China can come through, more than likely they're going to come through unconditionally. They did. We got EU. If we can get the United States, right? Even after Sarah Khan came out and said that she was going to try to fight the deal, if we can win here, that will force the CMA into a corner. How the CMA is going to react is going to be another thing. When Judge Corley decision comes down, the one thing that I'm going to be looking for is the CMA's Twitter. Why? Mm-hmm. Because after the EU made their decisions and said, look, we think this deal is pro-competitive. We have some issues with cloud, but we was able to remedy those with remedies. The CMA came out immediately and had a response to the EU's decision, and they stood 10 toes down in their decision. So the next thing that we need to pay attention to, we need to understand the tone, the language that and if they the tone and the language that the CMA uses when they tweet or if they tweet. Because it's going to tell you one or two things. If the decision comes down, right, and the preliminary injunction is given to the FTC, we know the CMA might come out and say, the federal court system. They agree. They stand with the CMA rule. In our decision, we knew we was right. If the preliminary injunction is denied, do the CMA comes out and say, we still stand by our decision, meaning that they're going to fight this tooth and nail, regardless what the other countries and other regulators have the conclusion that they've come to, or do they remain quiet? And if they remain quiet, if this preliminary injunction is denied, then what does that quietness mean? What does that quietness mean? Does it mean, oh, we fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean we didn't back ourselves in the corner? We gonna shut the fuck up right now until we figure this out? Mm-hmm. Does that quiet mean we finna pick up the phone and find a solution between Microsoft, the tribunal, and ourselves to get this done? Because we don't want to look like idiots in front of the world, in front of the investment community.
Too late for that.
Yeah, it's too late for that one, brother.
What are they gonna do? And I don't even know if I've heard anybody even talk about this. What will the CMA do if the preliminary injunction is denied to the FTC? Will we see a immediate response? And what will their response be? Will they stand 10 toes down, or will they remain quiet and try to handle this behind the scene? Because from this standpoint, they came out multiple times on Twitter, in newspaper articles, and everything, standing 10 toes down in their decision. But what would those toes feel like because you're pretty much going to be going against the world at that point. And in front of the tribunal, I don't think that's a winning case. And I think it was smart. And I don't know if on the judge, I don't know if it was just a moment or what. I think it was smart. And Microsoft was smart to get this in front of the court. And I think I know the reason why. We often assume that Microsoft put out that information of closing over the CMA or finding ways around the CMA to force the FTC to court, because that's where, they're winning battle. I do agree with that, but I think it was another thing. The second thing, and the second reason why they done that is because this trial has strengthened the case for the lawyers that they have over in the UK. Think about it. Lord Beard and the other lawyers that's preparing for the CMA appeal sat on that audio feed, or probably had somebody in the court all 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
They heard everything the FTC said, heard everything that NVIDIA said, and the Google rep said, and Jim Ryan. Right? They heard. You know how much ammo they have?
Yeah.
Going in front of the tribunal, who I think was probably listening as well, or had some of their people listening as well. You know how much ammo how much ammo Microsoft provided them? I'm going to tell you one. I'm going to tell you a couple of them. First one is NVIDIA. Yes, we had an issue with Microsoft, but we solved that by signing this deal.
Oh, shit.
We good.
Yeah.
The second was the Google representative getting in front of that court and telling the judge that Stadia competed with Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. Meaning that cloud is not a separate market, which was confirmed by Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
The third thing was judge. The third
Oh,
thing
God.
was a federal judge. A federal judge turns to Phil Spencer and asks him, "Would you commit to being
my
on
God.
PlayStation under oath?" And Phil Spencer raising his right hands and saying, "If I have to put my hand on the Bible or whatever I have to do, under oath, I commit to putting Call of Duty on PlayStation." And then he goes further and says,
That was crazy.
then he goes even further and says, "I know people think I'm trying to be tricky and stuff like that. This is Call of Duty past, present, and future that will be on PlayStation and all future iterations of PlayStation."
If they
And he
allow
said it under oath. If they allow it. He said it under oath. He said it under oath. Under oath. Under that oatmeal. He put it on the oatmeal. He put it on the oatmeal. Let me tell you something. How you gonna stand in front of that if you deceive? It didn't only that Nadalia come down after just sitting next to the president of the United States. "Hey, Joe Biden, give me a minute. I gotta step away. I gotta go over here and handle some business with this."
Oh yeah.
You feel me? And what he do? He committed to the same thing under oath. The lawyers, the Microsoft lawyers, Nadalia, under oath, do you commit to putting Call of Duty? Yes. They didn't even want to see Amy. What you, huh? You might get some water or something.
Make sure you hit that like button, man.
Under oath, man. Hit the like button. How many people we got watching here?
I don't even know, but hit that like button.
We got 212.
We
We only
working.
got 109 likes. Come on, man. Y'all help us out.
We working. Hit
It
the
ain't
like button.
hard. It ain't hard. Hit the like button. It ain't hard. Just please help with the show. Help with the algorithm. Helps pushes the content out to me. How you if I'm the CM, how do I stand in front of that? Because if I'm the lawyers going into that appeal,
I just want to make sure I reiterate on that. He said 6 times. They went, hold on, he said it 3 times, then they went on break, then came back and said it 3 more times that he is and he put it on the Bible and on the Xbox. That it ain't going nowhere.
now, Mr. Honorable, Mr. Justice Marcus Smith, you're smart, man. You're very intelligent, man. How are you gonna stand in front of that? All of your arguments for why you blocked the Activision deal in terms of the cloud aspect was destroyed during the FTC trial. I mean, obliterated. You have no argument. And guess what? What I did? That was 3 or 4 right there. That was 4, right?
About four.
Guess what the 5th thing was?
Yeah, Google. Yeah, 4. You had 4.
Guess what the 5th thing was? And the FTC destroyed the CMA on this. Because the CMA said cloud was global. That's what the FTC said.
Yeah.
It's only the United States.
Globally in the United States, yeah. Everybody else making
the
this
United
shit.
States said no. The FTC no, it's not global. This is only it only pertains to the United States. So your global theory is obliterated. Cloud being a separate market is obliterated. And then the fake and false numbers that the FTC got all has been it's dead.
All I gotta say is shout out to Google. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to Google. Cause
Hey,
that
David.
that testimony was golden, boy.
And he didn't realize it at the end until what he did.
To the end.
He got
said,
real
"Oh,
quiet.
shit."
He said, he got the all shit moment.
Oh shit.
You just killed the FTC argument.
Like, you done fucked up, right?
Being questioned by the FTC.
You done fucked up, right? He just killed the whole conversation on why they even blocked it in the first place to the point of we getting here. It was because of Cloud.
He realized, and by the end, the FTC said,
"Shout out to him, man. Real.
Let me get you up. Let me get you up off
Get you
the
up
stand.
out of here, man. Go get some
Let
water.
me get you up the stand." They didn't want to eat that, and Amy is the CFO, the chief financial officer of Microsoft. They didn't even want to depose her. They left her alone. They just say, "Look," Microsoft just say, "We'll just add her deposition to the evidence." They didn't even want to depose her. So look, man, whenever we get the answer, which way this is going to swing, my perspective, I do think it should swing in Microsoft's favor. I do think it should be denied. I do think the FTC made some asinine statements, some comments. I do think their whole approach was very. It was just
Weak.
wild. It was weak. They were not prepared. They tried to fabricate numbers. They tried to fabricate a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the most important thing is that they spent most of their time defending PlayStation.
Yeah.
The guy literally asked Phil, "Would you swear on the oath right now that all Activision games, past, present, and future, will come to play?" And the judge had
the oath.
The judge had to cut him off and say, "No, we're not worried about that. We're not worried about Sony. This is about the consumers." So look, man, we want to thank y'all for rocking out. I do got this thing here. Let me do this here. Yeah, we all thought that the decision would have came today. Maybe it still do come at midnight or something. We don't know. July 17th. New Zealand decision. New Zealand decision will come the day before.
Oh snap!
Will come day before the termination day. But I do think if Microsoft win this the PI with the FTC, I think it could come sooner than that. I think New Zealand is just going to cave. And leave CMA by that. We do know July 18, 2023 at 11 p.m. End of the second extension, final outside date in the merger agreement. ABK could quit by then. And, Microsoft is still liable for a termination fee of $3 billion. The parties could extend, but I think the agreement is already extended. I think the agreement is made in a way where the extension is already there, and that it just comes down to each party having the ability to walk away when they want to. And if the preliminary injunction is denied, then Activision and Microsoft is going to move forward. They're going to move forward with a certain time period. It ain't gonna be. They're gonna extend the time period, but it's gonna be a short time period. I think it's gonna be enough time for them to figure things out with the CMA and the tribunal. We know July 19th is the deadline for the CMA's final order. Now, I told y'all before, the final order that the CMA had put out on their website, which is, let me see, which is here. You have the final report and then the interim order and things like that. It's just draft. The final order is just in the draft form. It's not even, hasn't been enacted or none of that. So all the stuff that people assumed that the CMA was going to do, it hasn't been done yet, because the only thing that's been done is the interim order. But the final order and stuff like that, all of that stuff hasn't been implemented yet. And we'll see how that goes. July 24th, 2023, the deadline for the CMA to file and serve its skeleton argument for the CAT hearing. So this is going to be interesting. Given what you just seen in the FTC trial and what you just heard and what Microsoft just did to the FTC lawyers and stuff like that, what kind of argument are what kind of skeleton argument are you going to come up with? I don't know, because I'm pretty sure that the UK, even the tribunal and all the lawyers over there that's operating in this trial was paying attention to what was going on in the FTC trial. And so I don't know how you stand there. Maybe they might come up with something, find something. I don't know. July 28th, the CAT appeal main hearing will begin with a time estimate of 6 days. So July 28th is when the appeal hearing start. For if we get to that point, we might not get to that point, but we'll see. But that begins July 28th, and then August 2nd, 2023 is the beginning of the FTC in-house trial if it happens. And the reason why is that if the preliminary injunction is granted to the FTC, then this trial will commence. But we might not get to that trial because Activision might say it ain't no point, or Microsoft might say ain't no point, or even fighting this in-house trial because this shit can take months and years before we get a final answer. Then also you have to understand that the FTC also changed the game, right? They stripped the FTC, the administrative law judge, of his power, meaning that the final decision doesn't lie with him, it lies with the FTC, meaning that the administrative law judge can only recommend to the FTC that his answers is not final. He only can recommend. And so that means the final authority lays with the FTC. And I think that's why Microsoft had to move, because they seen what Lena Khan and the FTC was on and what they was trying to do by making this happen. Another thing why we might not get there is that if this preliminary injunction is denied, it is no need for the FTC in-house court. It don't even need for that to happen, because the administrative law judge doesn't supersede a federal judge. So in this case, the FTC more than likely will drop the case. Because at that point, if the preliminary injunction is denied, there's nothing an administrative law judge can do, because his power does not supersede the power of a federal judge. And in this case, Judge Corley, who we assume will deny the preliminary injunction, has the final say so. So at this point, the FTC more than likely is going to drop the case. All right. And then late August, September, that's just possibly. We don't know how fast or how long it's going to take for the tribunal to make that decision. It could go into August. Well, it's going to go into August. It could be early August or middle August or late August. Hell, it could go into September. We don't know. We just have to see how this all plays out.
Hey, man, play some games, man. Yeah. That's what you need to do. Go play some games.
So for the people that's worried, don't be worried. Just whatever decision that comes down, it comes down. Whatever she choose, just know she was thorough in her assessment, right? And that she has an understanding of what goes on. If it's blocked, if it's denied, then I think Microsoft is in a great position to work something out with the CMA. I do not think, I know people have been talking about carving the UK out, leaving the UK or anything like that. I don't think that happened. And the reason why I don't is because I agree with my brother Everborn Saga and his perspective when he said that the CAT tribunal, whether appeal is going to, has been more than favorable towards Microsoft, right? They've been more than favorable and respectful in terms of this whole process. They allow Microsoft a speedy appeal trial to get this done, which is going to happen in 6 days instead of 5. They got an extra day, right? And so you do not want to kind of throw that to the side and just try to close this deal. I think if you can get this done either through the tribunal or going back to the table with the CMA, you do it that way. That way, in terms of the regulators and stuff like that, you stay in grandstanding. You don't have to go to the complexity of trying to figure of carving the UK out and doing all that stuff. And then you give the tribunal the same respect that they've given you in terms of speeding up this appeal process to get a quick solution, right? Because they've been more than favorable towards Microsoft doing this whole process. All right. So we just got to see how all of this plays out. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for supporting us and continue to supporting us. Shout out to the Xbox community. Keep gaming.
Yes,
keep enjoying the community. Keep interacting and communicating with the execs. That's what gaming is about. Gaming is about building relationships, whether that relationship is with somebody you met over Xbox Live or whether it's with an exec from one of these gaming companies. Continue building relationships and continue doing what you're doing, man. Shout out to all the bots that showed up, man. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all's support. It's 11:35. I'm about to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
We're about to get out of here. Northern already left. He hit us in the private chat. Good show. He said good show.
We about this one.
I'm about this. But thank y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the let me see. Hey, you know what? Falls been going crazy with these tweets. Let me see.
He was saying when he did the Twitter space this morning, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about Sega just won their union.
Oh yeah.
Sega unionizing their worker, which is, when you read that email, and you know who else is allowing people to unionize?
You
put one and one together.
What you said?
I think Sega's being proud. I just think they
getting ready. They getting their suits and outfits on. They ironing their nice little good clothes and getting that nice crease to get bought out.
I think Sega.
They know what's up.
Acquired before Activision.
Oh.
But when Activision became available, they had to put Sega on hold.
Like, hold on, we gonna come for you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we need to get this right here.
My brother Everborn be cooking, man.
These niggas water off. Cut their water off.
Shout out to Booty Hunting Click with the $2. Amazing episode. I don't know why I emphasize booty like that.
Booty.
I don't know why I said.
Yeah.
I can't keep calling you Booty Hunting Click, man. I'm like, we got to give you a nickname too, man. Every time I say booty, it can be emphasized.
I swear we keep getting new names, man. Shout out to you, though.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. It's been a hell of a show. It's been a great show. I love conversing with y'all. Y'all know I talk too much, so y'all just got to.
You came left field with that freestyle on that BG joint. Oh, like, whoa, wait a minute. We going now? Hold up. I like this now. Let's call these niggas out. Let's call these weirdos goofy ass niggas out, man. Let's go.
Goofy, man. So we're about to get up. I'm gonna check out it's a problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Y'all, Victor Click. Okay.
Oh, so okay, I see False. I'll check it. I'll read it because he got a lot here. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Enjoy your week.
Hey,
we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back real soon because if this decision come out over the next day or so, then we definitely gonna be cooking, man. So
Ray now.
All right, y'all have a good one and
go lay up up under something soft, man. Get the fuck up out of here.
Oh, we definitely gonna end with this.
Untouchable music. Yeah. It's your man Cole High, you dig?
keeping CHI around these motherfucking niggas.
But damn, you know they wanna be on that shit. Fuck though.
Yeah. Y'all talk too much out there. For all you niggas that ain't with it, man, fuck y'all. Some other shit right here. They gon' hate to see us together, but we looking at motherfuckers like whatever. Get your tough guy on, I know you ain't never shot shit in your life, and you won't ever get the status you looking for. You can't do no better. I'm a stick-up man, and I'm working my number. I'm just too cold for you niggas, I get at you whenever. I let you go one time, but this time I won't let you pass. Make you suffer, motherfucker, up and thump on his ass. Y'all mouth about it, I'm the real deal. A bunch of for cash, you see why people think I'm so bad. Call me cold hard, rap anywhere I go, motherfucker, pull your home card. PDB gon' leave your family scarred, Mars. So don't never get hard, and be quick to depart. I'm the head nigga in charge, you don't want me to get started. It's ugly, nigga, get you if you got it. My accuracy hit a moving target, now fuck it.
You talking too much, but you ain't saying nothing, homie. Making fast money, you ain't got nothing on me. You was born to hate, so you a hating ass, baby. We got the door over here, just at your old later. You moving too slow, we so much faster. Your money too low, we so much higher. Touching the stars, this is where we are. Making that money, making that money.
Yeah, easy does it, we get it easy, cousin. And I never said I was when I never wasn't. So many niggas say they did when they never done it. And who the king of the shot? So many say they run it. I don't talk much, but when I speak up, I talk bucks. Big dude with a soft touch. Ask a bitch about me. Told at an early age, get that bitch about me. Thoroughbred, hustlers and killers round me. Whole squad getting money, whole squad looking sunny. Any mob can get it if the squad's on dummy. Stress that, and now I better your best, cause I'm the best kept. I stay ahead of the rest, that's on my first step. Don't get ahead of yourself, just take a deep breath. Spit truth, no decept. Listen there, reset. Schooling you lames, no resets.
You talking too much, but you ain't saying nothing, homie. Making fast money, you ain't got nothing on me. You was born to hate, so you a hating ass, baby. We got the door over here, just at your old later. You moving too slow, we so much faster. Your money too low, we so much higher. Touching the stars, this is where we are. Making that money, making that money.
I'm the greatest to ever do it, bitch. You haters the greatest at never doing shit. You hear them horns, nigga. You been warned, nigga. No silence and secrecy, you been sworn, nigga. Fresh out the pussy like a newborn, nigga. Steering wheel flow, I'm about to blow like a horn, nigga. I rep the low, a bunch of killers with cold high. When you hit a flow, that's truth killer and cold high. Fuck patience and waiting, nigga, we both God. This game oh so soft, we go so high. Not just I, damn it, my whole squad. Every day in this hell, I'm glad I know God. And I'm just speaking peace, I put that on my Jesus piece. I'm ripping beast to piece till I'm deceased. And me and Jesus meet. So fuck a demon, nigga, every day scheming, nigga. Yeah, my reality's what you dreaming, nigga.
You talking too much, but you ain't saying nothing, homie. Making fast money, you ain't got nothing on me. You was born to hate, so you a hating ass, baby. We got that door over here, just at your old later. You moving too slow, we so much faster. Your money too low, we so much higher. Touching the stars.